You're listening to the Brilliant Breakthroughs Podcast, episode number 42, How to Win Customers with Apps.
Hi, small business owners. Welcome to Brilliant Breakthroughs Podcast, where we focus on creating brilliant breakthroughs for the small business owner. FYI, this is also the name of the #1 best-selling book for small businesses and entrepreneurs. The good news is you can find the book in paperback form as well as ebooks. Just so you know which one it is on Amazon, it's titled Brilliant Breakthroughs for the Small Business Owner, Fresh Perspectives on Profitability, People, Productivity, and Finding Peace in Your Business. And to be even more specific, because we have a second one coming out in November of 2018, the one that we're referencing today is the one with the blue cover. So go check out that blue cover book. Hi, rock stars. My name is Maggie Mongan, and I'm the anthology leader. Big name and title for, I'm the one who took the lead on bringing together some really great authors to put this great book together. And today we are really honored to have one of our #1 best-selling Amazon authors with us, Nancy Lucchesi. And she is here to talk about your business's productivity and how to boost it by improving your dream, your goals, and the way you can make it happen in this century. So welcome, Nancy.
Hi, Maggie. Thanks for having me today.
I'm so excited because I know some of the things we're going to talk about.
I know I'm excited to share.
Cool. So everyone, Nancy's chapter is the 7th one in the book, and it's titled Unleash Your Mind, Unleash Your Growth. And Nancy, you covered a ton in your chapter. Well, at the same time, you only scratched the surface on a lot of challenges that small business owners have. And you did something really neat. You were talking and helping small business owners in your chapter understand that there's ways that we can create better customer experiences by simplifying some of the tech that's available in this century. And I know that's going to come up in our conversation, but before we even go there, and it is a good lead-in, by the way, let's start by helping everybody understand what you really do. So what is it that you really do, Nancy?
Okay, what do I really do? In the simple form, I develop mobile apps for small businesses to showcase their business, to put it into their operations so that their customers can have a better experience with them. We give them the opportunity to leverage time and money so they can save both, so they can leverage the app that will help their customers streamline through their business and kind of put a lot of things all into one spot. The mobile app these days are really growing exponentially. In fact, a lot of people will ask me, what's the difference between a website and a mobile app? And it's really simple. It's that a website is more like a billboard. It's where people go to learn about you, to decide if they want to do business with you. It's like your meet and greet, and they can see what your products are and find some history, maybe read some of your blogs. But in the 21st century, a mobile app is where people come to do business with you, where they do their loyalty program, they find out where your events are, they engage by purchasing product or services, listening to the podcast, those kind of things. So what I do, I help business owners create that in a way that they can compete with the big box stores, because we do it in such a way that it is affordable and it is easy to use.
Beautiful. So you're doing some really cool stuff here, and I know it's going to unfold a little bit more, so I'm going to save one of my comments, but for now, showcase your expertise and create a better customer user experience.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to dive a little deeper into this. So let me ask you the next question. Why? Why do you do this? Because this is really different.
Yeah, this is really, it's personal for me on two levels. The first one, I've been in business for a long time, and I've had a lot of small businesses. And one of the big challenges that I found where getting the same customers to keep coming back. So
Uh-huh.
we want to keep that customer service. We want to have that personalized service. And that's what a mobile app is all about. It's a retention piece. It's keeping your customers engaged with you so that they will continue to do business. And I struggled with that for a while, where people would just kind of come in one door and go right out the other. So I found that that was very, very important. But the real why fueled me when I was in a coffee shop one day and I saw two gentlemen sitting there talking, and I knew what company that they were with. They were with some big Fortune 400 company that had grown, and is constantly growing, expanding their reach, etc. And I heard them say, "Don't worry about the small guy. We'll crush him. We have more money than God." And I was blown away. And
Wow.
I couldn't believe it, because I know the history of this company. And they started in a little 400 square foot office serving a part of the community that needed service, and was dedicated to the family experience, and was dedicated to helping people one at a time and being able to reach their needs. And to hear where they've gone with this, the founder, I'm sure, is rolling over in his grave, because it's not what his vision was. And so I took the two things, the need to be able to keep customers coming back, because that's what true growth is.
Right.
You can have all the new customers you want, but if you're not keeping the ones there, you're not going to be growing. So I took that on one hand, and then I fueled it with this, they have more money than God, and went, how can the small business owner do this in an affordable, timely manner? Because those are the limited resources that we have, time and money. And so that's when I sought out this mobile app, and I now can give it to small business owners so that they can compete with the big budget people. We have the same type of platform that a lot of these other ones do, all the bells and whistles, and the business owner can maintain it themselves as far as, keeping up their content, sending their push notices. And we take care of the bigger challenge of keeping it online and in order for them in an affordable manner. So it's twofold.
It is. It is. And I love that, because your impetus, the catalyst, is the same reason why I do what I do, which is to help everybody have the same competitive advantage.
Mm-hmm.
And when you were speaking, 2 points came out at me really clearly, which is retention piece to have true growth in a business, and the affordability factor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I know that that's an important thing, because most people think that it costs thousands and thousands of dollars to create an app, and it does cost. There's no doubt about that. Everything costs that's of value. However, it's not your approach to the marketplace is not what other packages are. And
Right.
I want to share that with everybody straight up. If you're considering a mobile app, you need to be considering Nancy, because she can do some really great things with her team, and at a fraction of the cost.
Yeah, our investment that we have is very low, and your ROI will come back over and over and over again. And typically after the initial investment to develop the app, it's just a single maintenance fee after. And the more customers you bring in, the higher your return on your investment is going to be. So we do it as such so that cash flow is easy, it's budgeted well, and yet it looks like an app that was developed for tens of thousands of dollars. It does not look like it was shortcut.
Absolutely, I agree. And that's what I love about your approach, is that you get to do it in a way that is very high quality, and it's affordable for anyone.
Mm-hmm.
wants to play and step into this new way of conducting business. Which we started talking about some of our other things that we're going to address. And I almost want to jump ahead, but let's start with this basic because I think it's important. There's a lot of people that are saying, "Oh, should I do a mobile app? Shouldn't I do a mobile app?" And there's a yes and a gee, we need to explore that.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you share with us who should be engaging with you?
The first thing that comes to mind is any business that has a repeat loyal customer following.
Okay.
And you want to be able to keep the customers coming back. And one of the things that we look at is not so much what the size of your customer base is, but what your business is and how we can leverage the different features that we have to be tailored to your needs. So, for example, I have one app it's a bar app, and it's just a small little hometown bar in our neighborhood, and it has 1,600 downloads.
Wow.
And since he engaged this app, of which he uses it for not just the loyalty program, but he also uses it to keep track of the dart leagues and the pool leagues, and he keeps people engaged with different events and when musicians come, etc. But not only does he have that, he increased his bottom line by 30%. And they got rid of the little paper punch cards for the loyalty, which, I mean, if you're standing in a bar and you need a drink, the last thing you want to do is dig in your pocket and find where that is, but your phone is always in your hand.
Right.
So you don't have to worry about it. So that was one experience. And then on the flip side, I have a financial advisor who does asset management, and he only has 30 people who follow him. And right away, you might be thinking, oh my gosh, for 30 people, you're going to develop this great big mobile app. Well, see part one where we said that this is an affordable tool. So now we were at a volatile part of the market, and he was able to stay engaged with his customers because that's the thing, you're managing people's money. And when the market dips, they think you had something to do with it. And in fact, he was able to stay engaged with his customers to tell them what was going on, to keep them abreast of the different things by reading different articles and then sharing the wisdom with it. And his customers were comfortable because they didn't have to pick up the phone and call him to find out what was going on. He was notifying them ahead of time, and it didn't get lost in an email. It didn't get sent as a text. It was sent to them as a push notice on their phone or a notification that they could see right away while they're at work, not paying attention to what's going on with the Dow until the end of the day. So I have both sides of the spectrum. There's a lot of need for a mobile app within your business.
So one of the other things you just mentioned is there's ease. That goes back to the customer experience.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one was the communication factor. He was educating, he or she, I don't know, educating their customers in real time
Mm-hmm.
over things that mattered. So he was actually showcasing his expertise and his customer care through that process. That is really, really cool. And that is how you create a loyal following and get referrals. So neat. And I think that's something that sometimes we forget about because there's all these new apps out there for segmented parts or functions of your business. And in apps, the way you develop them, there's multiple functions in one app, and you just have to figure out how you want to use it.
Right, right. And there's three basic principles when you're looking to develop your mobile app. You want to inform,
Okay.
you want to engage, and most importantly, you want to stand out.
Okay, inform, engage, and stand out.
Right, right. So if you look at the situation with the financial advisor, he was informing his customers on a regular basis. And then he also at that same time was engaging. And the same thing with the bar owner. they were informing their customer of their specials that they have and, what time dart leads are starting. So they're keeping the informed, and then they're engaging. And engaged customers are paying customers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Engaged equals pay.
Hey. And when you think about both of those businesses on total opposite ends of the spectrum, they have now, because they kept their customers engaged, they've kept them on informed. There's so many asset managers out there, and we all know that there's many taverns out there. They stood out. They gave the people a reason to keep coming back to do business with them because it was easy, it saved time and money, and it gave them an experience that was different than the other guy.
Okay, so this clearly is the gain that small business owners can have when they engage with you. You just said that.
Right.
Okay, so I want everybody to hear that again. The gain is
that you get to keep your customers informed, engaged, and stand out. And the advantage of working with us is that we help guide you through that. We're very active. We take those three principles in a manner that is what we like to do. We keep you informed of everything new that's coming along. We are constantly improving our product, constantly coming up with new features, constantly working through things. If you're stuck and you feel that your mobile app isn't really giving you what you thought, well, then we're going to sit down and have a conversation. We just don't bail because it got developed and gone. We're in this with you. We're a partner with you. And we will then help you figure out how we can twist that or work it so that it goes to your advantage. Then we also engage. We teach you how to engage with your customers as we engage with you. And then at the end of the day, everybody stands out.
okay. So this is the power. Is you're not just a one and done, and you disappear, and that's it. You collaborate and
Yes.
co-create with your customers to get them what they need and get the results that they're seeking, which is a whole nother animal that a lot of folks aren't doing. So I want everyone to understand this is full service.
Right. You don't have to pay us tens of thousands of dollars to help us to get us to help you make your tool work. Your investment that you make with us gives you our expertise. It gives you our sounding board. We kind of join with you so we can talk through what needs to happen. Because just like I gave the two examples, and I have several other apps for examples, but what the asset manager needs versus what the bar owner needs are two different things.
Right.
The same thing with my pet grooming place that I have. They actually changed their customer experience just by the app, and their clients were so excited to have the app. Their primary focus is the loyalty program. And when Community Bark had talked to me about an app, we kind of developed this. And the nice part about it is there's multiple levels of loyalty. So whether it's purchasing dog food, purchasing accessories, or having your dog groomed, each one carries its own level that you can have within the app. You can have as many of those as you need, depending upon what your business does. And her customers are giving her rave reviews. And again, they're coming back, and she can track how often they're coming back. She can see the activity on the app. There's analytics, which is how we work with the app to be able to tailor it to you. We just don't throw it out there. It's not like a Facebook post where you put it out there and then you hope people see it. This is you. This is your traffic. This is your customers that you own. You have the capability to work directly with these people. And at the end of the day, who is the easiest person to make a sale to? Somebody who's ready.
Current customer.
Exactly. People who have already bought from you.
Yeah.
So keep them happy. And that's been the interaction. And we've had some questions that have arisen from Community Bark, as well as a couple of our others. And we research it, we look at it, we take care of it, and then we move forward.
That is a fact, and I know that firsthand. And it amazes me. It
Yeah.
amazes me how responsive you are.
Thank you.
And
Because we're all in this together. I succeed when you succeed.
right, right,
So,
right.
well,
Small business owners win when they have great service providers that really want them to win. And that's the power. So congratulations. Now, let's talk about this, Nancy, because I imagine anyone right now who has been considering a mobile app,
mhm.
and having their business in somebody's hand all the time, they're probably wondering how they can get a hold of you. So why don't you give us the 2 ways to get a hold of you?
Okay, the easiest method is to just go on my website, which is unleashedmobileapps.com. Don't forget the S, mobileapps.com. And on there is links for you to be able to contact me, to send me an email, or to the phone number is on there. You're welcome to call me. And you can also learn more about the apps themselves. We have all the features are listed there. There's some great blog articles that we put out so that you can kind of get a better feel for it. And all the information that you need is there. Or you can send me an email at info@unleashedmobileapps.
And
And,
yeah, okay, so there's one more, and this might
yep,
be the most important way.
yes, yes. You can also reach me through the app for the Brilliant Biz Book. And on there, you can send me a private message that is Ask the Expert, and you will be able to engage with us in that way as well. So it's Brilliant Biz Book, all one word. You can find it on the Apple Store, you can find it on the Android Store. And that's the other thing that we do for people. We get you up on the stores as well as on what they call a web app now. So we hit all the platforms of what we do. But definitely check out the Brilliant Biz Book, because you will be able to listen to our podcast there. You'll be able to learn a little bit more about our book, and you can ask us any questions that you want.
Okay. Of course, mobile apps. Why wouldn't we mention that's one of the ways to contact us? And we're going to explain that again in a moment. So if you didn't get the handle on that, we'll give it to you one more time. But before we go there and we do our wrap up, I have a question. Nancy, you shared a lot with us just now, and I imagine people will be going back and replaying this.
Mm-hmm.
And we invite you to do that, and then reach out to Nancy the way that she had said. But for everyone else, let's talk about 3 quick tips for everybody to always be remembering to help with their business. What are yours?
The first thing is seek counsel, not the advice of family and friends. Too often they have a different agenda. So seek a professional before you make decisions on what to do, and be very selective on your professionals. Make sure that they align with what your vision is. Then another one that I would definitely recommend is take a look at your marketing program and make sure that it does align with the 21st century. Everything is going mobile. Over 80% of the people who have a mobile device will only use a mobile app versus a mobile website. And so it's very important that you look at all of your marketing, and then make sure for the third is that it all sings together. You need to have a website, you need to have social media, and of course, in my opinion, you need to have an app. So by pulling that all together, then you're covering everything. It's not just about one type of platform is going to do it all. So those are my 3 pieces of advice that you really need to take a look at everything. But the main one is seek counsel, not family and friends giving you advice.
Well, you even mentioned that in your chapter. You
Mm-hmm.
addressed that there.
Yeah.
So, yes, I know that that's a very important one personally and professionally. It's how I make my living, and it does make a difference. And that's, what I do is I seek professional counsel to advise me appropriately. So you rock. Are we ready to wrap up? Because I know we could talk for probably about another 20 minutes, but I don't think our listeners are going to hang on for another 20.
No, but I am very open to having that strategy session. So anybody who does want to have that additional conversation, just reach out. We'll talk. There's no obligation. Let's explore.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, listeners, this is how you can learn more and engage with #1 best-selling author Nancy Lucchesi. Start by reading chapter 7, right, Nancy?
That's the one.
Okay, chapter 7 in the book, Brilliant Breakthroughs for the Small Business Owner. And gift your business's performance an opportunity by accepting the invitation that Nancy has at the end of her chapter, on the author page. And it's to explore how a mobile app can go ahead and rock your business. Okay, so take her up on that because it'll be great. And at the end of the chapter, she also has all her social media handles there, so you know how to connect with her and start following her because she has some stuff, really good stuff going on out there. And here's something else really cool that Nancy already shared, but we're going to come right back to it, is right now you can see everything about the book and how to get a hold of it and Nancy Lucchesi herself by going to the Books app on either one of your app stores and type in Brilliant Biz Book, all one word, Brilliant Biz Book. And the first thing you probably want to do after you download that is go ahead and click on an expert. You'll see that that's one of the options. You have access to every one of the authors in the book, as well as Nancy. So click on Nancy Lucchesi's name, type in your question, and she will respond back to you. How do you like that for a bonus? Nancy, you going to play?
I'm going to play. Full out.
Okay, cool. Full out. So there is no reason for you not to reach out to Nancy if you're considering a mobile app or when you are. Please do. And Nancy, I want to thank you for your time and wisdom sharing today. It was like over the top.
Well, thank you, Maggie. I had fun.
Cool. We did too. And listeners, we appreciate you listening to the Brilliant Breakthroughs podcast, where you learn about how to create more brilliant breakthroughs for your small business. Until next week, shine brightly.